you want to get high? For over 20 million Americans, the answer is a resounding yes. Let us take a moment and imagine being chained to an action, losing our ability to say no over and over and over again, even though we're being torn apart from our work, our health, and our loved ones. Devastating, right? Even with treatment, over 40% of patients relapse into drug use. More effective treatments are needed, and that is where my thesis comes in. Drug addiction works by changing brain reward signals. The main reward signal in the brain is dopamine, and my thesis investigates if astrocytes, a star-shaped cell in the brain, responds to dopamine and contributes to drug addiction. 2 fun facts about astrocytes. 1, they've been ignored in the past. That's why I call them hidden stars. And 2, in response to brain signaling, they have increases in activity that can then influence how the brain functions. So, the first part of my thesis was to investigate if astrocytes respond to dopamine, the reward signal in the brain, with increases in activity. And my results show that yes, astrocytes do respond to dopamine. This is exciting because it had never been seen before in the nucleus accumbens, one of the main reward centers of the brain. Next, I investigated if drugs of abuse, like methamphetamine, also change astrocyte activity. Interestingly, amphetamine works by increasing dopamine levels. And like dopamine, astrocytes respond to amphetamine with increases in activity. In the presence of drugs of abuse, astrocyte activity is changed. But how does that translate into behavior, patient care, and breaking those chains of addiction? I investigated if I could reduce drug-seeking behavior by decreasing astrocyte ability to become active. And excitingly, I found that when astrocytes have decreased activity, there's a decrease in behavioral sensitivity to amphetamine. Amphetamine has less of an addictive effect. My thesis has revealed a novel target for treating drug addiction. So in the future, we can target those hidden stars in the brain to break the chains of addiction. So for the over 20 million Americans suffering from drug addiction, when they hear the question, do you want to get high? The answer would be a resounding no. I want to focus on my work, my health, my loved ones.